Rainbow's dream throughout the entirety of the series so far has been to become a Wonderbolt, and we've seen in many episodes that she still holds this dream, like Rainbow Falls, Testing, and Wonderbolt's Academy. But what if Rainbow's dream is pointless? Before we tackle the subject of her aspiration being, worth it, we have to look at her values and if her dream occupation really lines up with her moral compass. Yet this is easy since we've already know her moral values, which is to be loyal. She's the element of loyalty.
Yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. You should be the element of loyalty. You're at least loyal to me in a totally unnatural, creepy way.
Cliffy, no flirting on camera. We do that in the bedroom. I love you, baby.
Just get away from me, please.
Clifford, I don't like when you joke around like that. And just to back this up for all you people who believe Applejack should have been the element of loyalty, I think the biggest factor for why Rainbow fits her role is that no matter what situation she is in, that she could join the Wonderbolts in a snap, she chooses her friends over the Wonderbolts. If that's not loyal, I don't know what it is. Another thing is that just because your element is honesty doesn't mean you can't be loyal or vice versa. Like how being generous is a kind thing, etc. Their elements just mean what they value most and whatnot, not their only moral value or what they could only do. But yeah, the main point I want to bring up in this video is that I don't really believe her being a Wonderbolt really matches with her moral compass, and it would just make her uncomfortable in the end. The reason her comfort in the job matters is because though she's great at flying and certainly is better than Spitfire, as shown in Equestria Games, where she was able to catch up to all of them despite being behind the Wonderbolts due to bulk biceps and Fluttershy, not so great flying ability slowing her down. If she's not having fun in her occupation, doing that occupation doesn't actually matter. I remember some dude telling me how you may think your dream job is the best, but when you actually do it, you hate it, and you figure out that other occupation was probably even better for you and your well-being. I think this is the same as Rainbow Dash, and as all the lying and cheating the Wonderbolts did, seemingly not learning their lesson and probably won't since they kinda are the biggest sports team ever, just would drive Dashy to the point of insanity. More insane than me!
Nothing is more insane than you. You are literally the definition of insane.
Remember when I told you about joking around like that? The only thing I could think of that can break this reasoning is that the Wonderbolts gave Rainbow the whole rainbow eyes, so I guess that they actually did get taught, coupled with the fact that her teaching them gave her rainbow power. I still don't think that the rest of the Wonderbolts would refrain from cheating though, as seen from cases like Alex Rodriguez and the Yankees when he used steroids, and many other situations where an athlete cheated. There's also the fact that she only really taught Spitfire, Soren, and Fleetfoot, so yeah. So perhaps there's another option that would fit to her original dream, but just be as better. Or maybe even 2 options, maybe 3. Let's delve into this. The first career that she could pursue is maybe being a flight teacher. But yet again, this would fall flat due to Rainbow's short attention span and low patience, as seen in Testing 1, 2, 3. So that's automatically out of the picture. She could possibly become the new leader of the Wonderbolts, completely reforming the team and bringing mottos such as loyalty is the best policy, or you can't fly unless you recognize that loyalty is your duty, or I'm not good at making catchphrases. How about YOLO? Do you want to end up in a cave like the other 2 falls? I use a triple supersonic rain flame sparkle boom to escape and descend higher than Celestia. That's better. The only reason why this wouldn't make sense is that, like being a flight teacher, she may not have the attention span and patience to lead a whole team or run an academy. But I think Spitfire might just do the Wonderbolts Academy thing on her own if Rainbow becomes a leader. Even then, Rainbow is becoming the leader of the Wonderbolts with this possibility, and I think she would just gain a huge amount of patience and her attention span would just go longer than my due to this amazing opportunity. So that seems checked on the imaginary checklist. Well, how about the third possibility? Said possibility is that Rainbow might actually have a whole entire team to combat the Wonderbolts, yet the name would be hard to decide. Instead of teaching the Wonderbolts, if she did lead it, of course, her methods and moral compass, which some of them still might not even change it due to being members of the old team being taught through Spitfire. She could use the power of her becoming an idol and celebrity to her advantage to easily manipulate the newly signed team members into the Rainbow Bolts, or whatever the team is going to be called, to adjust to her morals and methods. Yet this means that her team could potentially never get off the ground, but I believe that she has the determination and skill to make it work. I see that she would take the risk since she's kind of egotistical, and she would probably believe that she can make a team work no matter what, so... And that's my take on why Rainbow Dash shouldn't become a Wonderbolt. If you don't agree with me, tell me why in the comments, or if you could add anything to the discussion, then write that down too. But before I leave, I thought maybe I could sign up for the Wonderbolts. Been dreaming, I've been waiting to fly with those great ponies. No, Storm, I'm gonna fly with those great ponies. LOL, Scootaloo, you can't fly.